Oh god, I'm in a campaign where I didn't research any weapons decks, aren't I? Wow, I keep on like going to sleep and thinking that my world is okay, and then I wake up and this is still here. He who is pale, the Shan, SG2110 and RV, Yandros the Mad. Hello, all of you. Barrels. Oh, what is this? Oh, right, we beat an HQ.
If they finish what they've started, it sounds like it'll be the end for all of us.
Okay, so we are at 5 pips, which is not too bad. We have a resistance contact scan site from the HQ as well. And in general, I don't really think that does anything, right? Like, we just keep playing. We have to send our team out on missions, but we have to generate them first, and we'll sort of go from there. Oh god, how does this work? Streaming. Feels like such a long time. No! 59116. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's only been like 18 hours or something since I was last streaming, but I've like set up all of the charity stuff and done all these things, and that just feels like a long time ago. I feel like an older man than I used to be. So unfortunately, Eastern Europe is going to drop its 4 strength now that we've contacted it. That's going to head on into Western Europe probably fairly quickly, and then get down to New Brazil and Eastern US. I liberated a region which is only adjacent to 1 Advent Haven and 2 of my own. So that's going to pull more strength onto my own havens. Hopefully, though, Eastern Europe will actually end up being a haven we can use, and Western Europe will hopefully get bypassed by most of the strength. We'll see. Renegade Dastard, thank you very much for the follow. New Mexico is working on intel. New Mexico? Oh, yeah, we just liberated this, so I hadn't fixed that, but we should probably be on supply here, at least for a little while. It's okay to run your liberated havens on intel just to generate the passive intel later on in the campaign. But I think we need some supply right now. Get us our Illyrium tech stuff. Get us started on Warden armor. All those things. Alright. Well, that's a pretty intimidating pace, not gonna lie. Hopefully it doesn't go much faster than that. Gunslinger trained on Lynx. Clutch shot is next. You really get the bad pistol perks first. Like the really bad pistol perks first. See if anybody else needs to head in there. I'm really tempted by Lone Wolf on Noblesse. Oh, Resilience. Give me that. Give me that. So we lost the Psi Operative on the HQ. And that's going to be weird. Yeah, Marco Sono. Let's get the really quick stuff out of the way. Noblesse just needs Solace to unlock better perks, and then there is a 2-day train on another Cyberdiv, and then we'll go back to the very long Nolance training on Bress shortly afterward. I feel okay about this. We have 2 havens generating us pretty good missions, and 1 liberated generating us. So yeah, I don't know. This looks good, honestly. Looks pretty good. Officers do add a decent improvement to faceless detection. Gamer Dino? The 3 things that matter are your soldier's rank, their officer rank, and actually their Psi Operative rank also increases their chance to detect a faceless. So Psi Operatives are slightly better. Generally speaking, increases in regular rank are the most valuable thing, and increasing in officer rank doesn't do quite as much, but if you have both, then, you know, your number is higher, and you end up having a higher chance. If you leave a, I think, sergeant in a haven for 30 days and there's a faceless there, I think you're around a 70% chance to find the faceless, like, in that sort of ballpark. So that's a baseline that I use. Just a regular sergeant would be about 70% over 30 days. And then if I add like officer abilities or higher ranks, or if it's a psyop instead, that number is going to go a little bit higher. And if it's a corporal, the number is going to go, you know, a bit lower.
Strategic resource located.
Psi can be officers, and Psi plus officer does stack, yeah. So your best possible faceless detector would be a Master Sergeant Psi operative with 7 tiers of officer abilities. If you have that soldier, I'm going to quietly recommend that you may want to use them for things other than putting them in havens, though. Perhaps regular mission. I mean, it's up to you, right? 129 intel. We don't have resistance radio yet, so I can't choose to build a network tower. I could pick up these contacts and go to Western US. It's going to get a lot of strength in it, though. It's going to not be a very clean haven, unfortunately. It still might be nice to have it. Enrique Vader. So we're picking Solace not because it's a great ability, but because it is a prerequisite to Domination and Void Rift, I believe. So 2 of the really strong late game Psi operative perks require that. Also, I have another slot here available. I'm gonna grab that. I just remembered that my Shinobi? Somebody leveled up and gave me a high enough ranked soldier to improve the AWC. Hard Target's a very nice defensive perk. Generally speaking, I'm just going to be prioritizing pistol perks and defensive perks on these Psi operatives. And I do need to make a couple of other soldiers worth bringing to missions. We need some good specialists. I think I'll have 1 sharpshooter in this campaign. Dual train pistol perks primarily. Grab Fortify. That looks pretty sweet. Oh my god, we have Domination. All of a sudden, like, the campaign's rolling. We have double Nolance, we have Domination. I wonder how much more we really need to beat Waterworld. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hey, Gunfluster, how are you doing today? So the problem... Okay. The problem with contacting Western US is it will have some vigilance in it right now. It has vigilance created, actually, by beating this HQ mission. So that makes the region have higher vigilance than it used to. And it would have started with vigilance in it to begin with. If I contact it, that vigilance starts to go away because, like, I take over charge of the haven, basically. The local resistance cedes control to me. And I'm not going to be able to keep vigilance high. I'm not going to be running missions in a region with a lot of vigilance and presumably quite a lot of strength in it already. So I think it's actually better not to contact the Western US and let those legions stay there. On the other hand, I just realized it doesn't actually have contact to any of my other havens. You can't actually get into New Mexico, right? Now let's just do it. Thanks for the follow, Destar. Gunfluster warned me to carry a medkit. You should have warned me louder, Gunfluster. Should have warned me louder. Okay, this is a very, very nice looking jailbreak in a region which desperately needs one. I see 3 rebels. I see 4 rebels. I see 5 rebels. Wow. So that takes an 8 rebel haven and turns it into a maxed out haven instantly, just like that. This is a mission that we can suicide with a rookie, and I think that is how I'll approach it. And I think that's Liberation 3, right? So we could get New Brazil liberated actually pretty soon. Haven needs a Haven advisor. An unfortunate Operation Frozen Whale. Brings back some memories. So yeah, we'll send a rookie here. I think all I have is a very low level, or low level rookie. I have a very low mobility rookie, which is basically like how good a rookie is at this point in the campaign. Jamie Hall. I was training assaults, because those are like rookies, except they get to move even further. We could send Jervis on his 3rd solo mission. Not suicide. Not a suicide mission. Definitely not. I'll give it a go with Miss Hall. Thanks for the follow, Duxiana. Yeah, Squeaks, how you doing? Well, that was interesting. Are my psi operatives leveled? Nugatti Knight could be in training. Tim is wounded. Wow. Okay. So I want to cancel this fortify training. The Scilab efficiency is a lot more important. No, we're in the wrong place. Soulsteel, Fortress, Soul Merge. We want Fortress. This gives us some good late game stuff. We might get unlucky and end up training a perk that I don't want there. Opens up a slot in the AWC. Grab Quick Draw on Terrible Name, I think. Just got Domination and I want to send him on a mission. I'm going to... Where's my Sharpshooter? Let's go... Grazing Fire. This is a quick steady Sharpshooter. Let's go Grazing Fire. As if I will reach endgame. I think I'm going to reach endgame. I think I might win this one. I hope the other one was Bone Mother. Horny Shepherd will not be able to stay up for X-Wins, but wants me to send his finest regards. Alright, Horny Shepherd, I'll see if I can do that for you. I'm sure X-Wins will be thrilled to hear that you enjoy his content. It's almost a Long War 2 speed run at this point. Well, we don't need Hunter's Instincts. Reaper is... I would say that Reaper was very optimistic. I think we just go evasive, and the soldier is a tanky officer who holds down the fort for us, basically. Easy jam. The Long War 2 campaign will still be playable when the expansion rolls over. Have people asked that on Pavonis' forums? That would be the place to check. I think that would be better than asking me. I just feel like this team is gonna absolutely obliterate the mission. I just don't even feel like I need anybody else. Oh, whoops. We need a specialist. I have a specialist. Do we have a second specialist? Considerably lower hack. It's okay. Okay, let's bring a lower level psi operative. Wow. Turn fire, quick draw, gunslinger. Lightning hands, clutch shot, return. Okay. Xavier's coming in another hour and a half or so. Does start, and they got you the mods. Okay, we have a lot of exosuits around. I'm not that interested in equipping 3 teams right now. I'm okay with like 2.5. 2.5 would be fine. I'm gonna keep trying to live the assault rifle on the specialist dream. I'm not sure that it's really worth it at this point, but hey, we'll give it a go. Throw that incendiary grenade on. Incendiary grenade, incendiary grenade. Like incinders. I like it. And I have to decide which of these soldiers turns into a pistol soldier for the mission. We'll go with terrible name, I think. Probably need the crit protection more than the extra hit points. Shouldn't there be hair trigger SMGs already? Okay. So we still have 2 incendiary grenades, plenty of money to buy more stuff. Back at home, should be able to easily equip another squad. But this is like an A team for guerrilla operations right now. Need another hacking PCS for space beans. Fighter sword. Okay, we have a scientist we can rescue from a vehicle. That will be our other guerrilla op for right now. That looks awesome. I'm gonna start getting supply raids and things like that, and this is going to get a lot more complicated. But that hasn't happened yet. Specialist double psyop technical and a technical, I think. Double technical with lots of flamethrowers. Oh my god, I can shoot 2 concussion rockets at once. That seems unbeatable. How about a grenadier instead of one of the technicals? That way we get to double up on one of these incendiary grenades. Yeah, the Caber. Valkman. We could be trying to run 3 teams. Maybe if we get a very easy 3rd mission, we'll go for it. But in general, I think I want to be just settling on 2 for more or less the rest of the campaign. I actually feel like we're fairly close to done at this point. It's not true. We're not really that close to done. In terms of the strategic layer, though, all we have to do is generate a bunch of intel and beat a few missions. That's just not that hard. So, like, we're sort of close to done. I would like a tier 2 gremlin. And otherwise, I believe we're set. Couldn't ask for much more on this team. Maybe a smoke grenade instead of frag. Because there's actually nobody here who cares if we destroy something's cover, right? Our damage is in consumables. The incendiary grenade's going to do a lot. The rocket plus flamethrower is going to do a bit. And the Psi Operatives will hold stuff still and finish killing it. Yeah, it's fine. You space jamming. Streamer that has beautiful hair. Really? I think you're... Are you like chatting while watching somebody else's stream or something? Just play with this a little. Sorry, I try not to flaunt it too much. We have to rescue a VIP from an advent vehicle. We get a scientist and an intel package. I'm okay with skipping that. I mean, I don't know. It's an okay mission. Could we actually send a team to it though? Grenadier, technical. I could just send a lot of people with incendiary grenades, I guess. Double grenadier, just like bring 4 incendiary grenades. Bring a shinobi to scout a little bit. Nugatti Knight's fortress training is almost done. 13 hours. Don't think we really would have time for that. And I don't really want to cancel hard target training either. Have to go to the black market, or the wizard market, sorry. Okay, let's go to the wizard market. I'm going to get myself a few more exosuits, I think. Don't need these data pads right now. We can get more later if we need them then. I have 1 stun lancer corpse. It's a start, I guess. Building 2 incendiary grenades, it looks like. Don't really want the turret wrecks. Don't want the berserker corpses. Desperately need the drone wrecks. Need the Illyrium cores at this point. Advanced perception. Let me think about that. I think I actually want that. This is just barely not enough for... Crap. It's just barely not enough for 4 exosuits. That gets us there, though. I need an incendiary grenade, too. I need 2 incendiary grenades. I'll drop a laser sight? Advanced scope, laser sight. Another mech rack. I just beat NHQ, but it definitely did not make me unfathomably rich. There's a lot of stuff to build, even without any weapons. What is an X-Wings? X-Wings was the other legend balance tester for Long War II. He's very, very good at this game, and he has a couple of YouTube campaigns. I don't know if this is his like absolute Twitch debut, or if he's been on other people's streams. I'm pretty sure that he does not stream himself. Well, I know that he doesn't stream regularly himself, at least. Maybe he has in his life. Let's get Martin Storm Miller on this mission. I feel like he'd use an exosuit and an incendiary grenade pretty well. Where are my shinobi guides? Right there. They're not on the internet yet. Just been pretty busy doing other stuff. I will get them out when I can. Why do these guys take so long to infiltrate? It seems like longer than they should. I already have enough exo. Whoops. Okay, I was about to build a 16th exosuit, and I don't think that we will ever need a 16th exosuit, so I'm glad that I stopped myself. That makes us even worse at infiltrating quickly. Two incendiary grenades. Actually, we need one because we want to do skulljacks. Yeah. This team is making me nervous right now. It's making me very nervous. Will there be arguments about death from above? I'm pretty sure that Excellence and I both think death from above is very, very strong. Was Equin's stance on Rangers wrong? Alright. I think Excellence and I actually have fairly similar opinions about Rangers. I think that he phrases his slightly differently from how I phrase mine, though. I feel like I have to boost this if I'm going to do it, and I'm not convinced that that's really worth it. There's no specialist on the mission. I'm just gonna pass. Defend my intel. It's fine. What is X-Win's stance on Rangers? Okay, so my stance on Rangers has always been that they're like fine, but they're not incredibly strong, and a lot of other classes do something which is extremely ridiculous. We're starting to get to a point. Oh, hey Llama Chomp, thank you very much for the host. Welcome to Charity Week, Llama Chomp's viewers. Glideson-san! Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Smurf says, when I first found JoINrbs, he was running a 24-hour charity stream with less than 100 viewers. I was in a pretty shit place, and I stayed with him the whole 24 hours. Pizza burning, roof of mouth and all. I remember that. That's one of the few things I remember about that, like, 3:30 a.m. or whatever that was. That was miserable. That was... Well then. I promised to donate, and in honor of that, I'm donating 100 Canadian dollarinos to this charity stream. That's... Every time I do one of these, I, like, set a goal for myself that on the first day, you guys, like, do half of it, and I'm like, oh my god, I've insulted my viewers by setting such a low goal. JoINrbs is how I pronounce this name. Thank you very much for that, Smurf. So, okay, good. I do get emails about that. 100 CAD. I also got a $50 donation from Chris, who is my productivity coach. A while back, I like really committed hard to trying to make this stream better, and part of that was hiring a guy who was in charge of like making sure that I was set up using calendars the right way, making sure that I was identifying what my goals were and working toward them, setting up daily, weekly, and monthly like reinforcing cycles where I review my content and see if it's good and getting better and work out what needs to happen to improve it. Chris is an awesome person to have in my life. And since I started working with him, he has raised his prices a lot. And I think he should. So, thank you to that, Chris. I don't know if he's watching right now. He's always got stuff to do. Enjoying being a dad, Llama Chomp. So, we're on a rendezvous. We're just gonna like walk over here. We never get upgraded weapons on our rebels in this campaign, so these rendezvous are just gonna keep getting harder and harder. But we're not at a point where we're like walking into Archons or anything on them yet. Move the donation amount down 100 pixels. Oh, I should update it too. Okay. Entropy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Oh man, it doesn't like justify right. Oh my god, this is very low tech, unfortunately. Lad is whispering at me. What are you whispering at me, lad?
Confirmed. On the move.
Understood. Moving out.
Does this have something to do with pigeons?
Got it. Moving.
Wait, what? What? What am I looking at? I don't know what that is, lad.
Something over here.
Wreck Murga, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Dungzinski, if you would like to donate some bits and have them go to the charity,
Position confirmed.
they do not like automatically do that, but at the end of the week I'll be making a donation myself. And the problem with doing it through me is that we pay transaction fees multiple times. But I'm happy to do that if that's what you want to do. If it's easiest for you to give me bits, unfortunately there's no way to give them directly to the charity, but we can do the two-step process.
Moving to designated position.
On my way.
Position confirmed.
I'm not going to deal with like working out exactly how much like sub revenue and everything that I have this week and trying to like make it exactly match.
Heads up. Got movement.
So if you want your bits to go to charity, make sure you say so and I'll note it down. And yeah. Yoa, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm more than happy to do that.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Closing on target position now.
On the move.
Heading out. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
It's going to be the new grenade launcher, and grenades are going to be humans. Alright, thank you, Dungzinski, for the 100 kappas. In the name of the International Medical Corps, who are just wonderful. This is my first time supporting a charity as large as the International Medical Corps, but I'm very excited to be doing it because, one, we're an international community here at JoINrbs.tv, and it is a little bit weird to like support a small US charity or something like that when a lot of you guys are not from the US, thanks to the fellow Melvin. And two, I think the International Medical Corps is just a really good charity, and something they're able to do because of their size is get in on the ground in areas that really need medical infrastructure built up and get it done in a good way. So I really like that they prioritize setting up mental health support in areas which don't have access to it. I think that there's just a huge amount of value in getting awareness and treatment for medical illness
Moving to position.
as far around the world as we can.
Covering now.
And that's something that they do. I think we may be fighting next turn. Call it a hunch. Justin, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And a lad, thank you for the 100 birthday cakes. Do it for charity. I will do so. I don't know what the, like... I don't know how these bits are going to translate. I'll have to keep track of them some way that's slightly more technically adept than what I'm doing right now, which is writing them down on a piece of paper next to me. Is guerrilla warfare still alive? Haven't been any updates in a while. I haven't heard anything about it from Beagle Rush, who is my like go-to for guerrilla warfare information. But maybe somebody else in chat knows. It's an interesting layout of the pods on this map piece. I've never played a rendezvous with the pods laid out quite like this. So maybe we want to ambush them when they come back here. Could set that up.
Got it. Copy that.
I can do that. I'll go a long way to kill aliens.
Overwatch.
And then this pod's gonna come... I don't think... Is there a propane tank on this wall of the building? There might be. So if I were way over here, then I pull them down this side, maybe we could get an explosion to help out. No, wait a second till these guys come back to the left again. Alex! X-Law... Lier? Alex Lawlier?
Ogbomo Show.
Thanks for the sub, Mr. Pudge Pudge. Thanks very much for the follow, Alex. And Ogbomo Show to you as well, Mr. Pudge Pudge. Mr. Pudge Pudge. I like your name.
On the move.
That's like what the internet would name a, like, cartoon hero or something. Mr. Pudge Pudge. Like how the internet would name a boat. Mr. Bodie McBoatface. We're starting at 3:30. 75 minutes from now, Laertes. 7. Whoa! Okay, then. Dungzinski is already working against us from inside the chat. Bikery, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Pudge Pudge, what is Ogbomosho? Ogbomosho is a city in Nigeria. The name comes from oral tradition. I think it's some elaboration of like the crossroads where somebody named something was beheaded or something like that. It's just a city in Nigeria. We played a Long War I campaign, and Ogbomosho was the turning part of the entire campaign, and I didn't know how to pronounce it, so I looked it up online, and the YouTube video on how to pronounce Ogbomosho is, I think, my favorite YouTube video in the entire world. There's just something about how the robot says it.
I'm on the move.
It takes me to a place which is simultaneously very happy and also very confused. So... that is what Ogbomosho is. We're trying to set up our shotguns so that they can go off at short range here.
Moving to designated position.
I think we did it.
Closing on target position now.
Dungzinski, I'm going to write down that you've donated another 100 bits. And just ignore your bit donations from now on. I love you very much.
Roger that. On my way.
I'll acknowledge them, but I'm not going to write them down. I'm just going to assume that you get up to 100 You'd better not be swindling me out of a penny, though, Dunksinski.
Closing on target.
When I balance the books and find that out, I will come for you. Thanks for the sub, Drathmar. Agbamo show to you as well.
Moving out.
So, we have a slight problem. I can see the other pod. Only the civilian in it, though. Which I think is fine. Regardless, there's nothing to be done about it now. The Discord server recently hit 200 members. Awesome. Community is growing. I enjoy the Discord server. We have some good conversations about alcohol, video games, computers, XCOM. XCOM's sort of a video game, isn't it? No, not really. It's more than that. Play some games together. You've shared some wonderful memes with me on Discord, and for that I am very grateful. I enjoyed the one where people like filled what I presume was going to be a mattress store but wasn't yet, or something like that, a very large room, and made themselves human dominoes. Like they just held mattresses and then all felt... It was exactly as dumb as it sounds. Which was ultimately perfect. So we've got a tier 1 engineer, a trooper, We have some faceless standing right in front of us. We've got multiple overwatches to worry about, but we do have lightning reflexes on the mission. This is where things get weird. Unfortunately. It would have been a lot better not to pull both pods at the same time. I blame you guys. Shouldn't have distracted me like that. And I hope that you feel bad. Let's check the movement on the back trooper. Cannot get to this window. So I think that if my assault moves in, we're not at risk of getting flanked. Shouldn't be at risk of getting flanked. The engineer would be able to flank us, but I don't think the engineer does that. So I'm gonna get started by killing the guys with guns, I think. If a sectopod uses Wrath Cannon, can it act after firing? It can. Retnak, hello. I don't really understand how sectopods use Wrath Cannon, though, to be honest. I've tried to use Wrath Cannon myself in my life, and generally it has just bugged out all of the animations for the sectopod, and then it like just runs around doing things. I want to put two rebels next to each other to be a flashbang target for this engineer, but I want to do it in a way that they're not getting killed by a faceless with one attack. How? I'm not sure how. It's actually sort of complicated to work out, isn't it? Control is on the front page of Twitch. That's awesome. And Control's been streaming StarCraft 1 lately, because they just remastered it, whatever that means. I've got a couple of his streams. I enjoy watching people play Brood War multiplayer. In Control is a viewer who plugged me on Twitter. Hope everyone's very jealous. So, yeah. I mean, we're just flashbanging that faceless and hoping that it misses somehow. It's not a very good plan. We will win the fight. We're just, I'm not a proud man. We're just probably gonna lose some soldiers while we do it. I'm just gonna kill the drone, I think. Will I be doing a PUBG stream for Charity Week? Yeah. Beagle, Nick, and I, and possibly X-Wins? I think X-Wins is on board. X-Wins apparently has 200 hours of PUBG. Are going to play some PUBG together Friday night. My time, which is Saturday lunch for them. I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm very bad at PUBG, but this does not stop me from enjoying it on occasion. Brood War Zerg noise is too much for you. Huh. Wow, I didn't think that Engineer would go for that, honestly. I knew the Trooper could do what it just did, I guess. I didn't think that it would do that either, though. Wow, okay, that turn was just incredible for me. They all, like, made moves which gave them very high chances of killing one of my guys and then missed their shot. Game is easy. Game is easy. It's the first mission today. We're still warming up a little. Do I have to stay in cover here? I want the proximity bonus more, I think. Just want to make sure the faceless dies. Hey, Revo. How you doing? Orlando! Thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm really looking forward to Beyond Impossible. Trionut. One of the coolest things about being a streamer is that I get, like, people will just share amazing things with me without me, like, having to do all the work. So Arvius is going to, like, custom make save files from different parts of a Beyond Impossible campaign for me, and then we're gonna drop into, like, early game, mid game, late game, play missions. He's going to explain why he's made changes to Long War 1 that he has, why some of the enemies are much stronger, why other enemies are, like, weaker but showing up earlier, why the soldiers have different stats and equipment and things. Really looking forward to it. For those of you who don't know, Arvius is another streamer who's been playing Long War 1 for years and has been working very hard on a balance. Mostly balance. Slight mechanical changes? I think mostly balance mod for it. Yeah, Varen. Varen, I have been very busy lately, but it is certainly on my list of things to do to get the end of the class review series up on YouTube. I was going to do it. Forgot to fall over. He forgot to fall over. I was going to do it last night, but then I actually just didn't ever have any second for the entire night, and then I went to sleep and woke up and worked and came back here. So, like, the second that I have any time, I will get on those. I just need an hour, block of an hour to get it done. We can risk a rebel to try to get a loot drop here, get a trooper corpse. We fail to kill something like a quarter of the time. But when we fail, he doesn't do anything usually, is the thing. Yeah, I think it's time to go for it. Again, if he was, like, going to make us lose a rebel or something if we missed there, then I don't risk that. But he's just gonna shoot somebody and deal non-lethal damage to them. And rebels don't even take wounds, so it doesn't matter. Bladestorm or Shadow Strike? Go Bladestorm, Drethmar.
By the numbers.
Ich habe das Paket.
On my, like, 3rd mission of Beyond Impossible or something, Yandros the Mad, I got a 4 outsider pod in a small UFO. And Arvius was watching, he was like, that's a bug. And then I managed to beat them. I was quite lucky. My squad was like well composed to dealing with outsiders and the map was good for it. And then like the next small UFO I played, there was also a pod of 4 outsiders and they killed me. That was my experience with Beyond Impossible the last time I attempted it. Rendezvous are generally pretty good for loot. Marcos Anna. And Reinderv, yes. They're a nice little mission. They'll get you almost as much supply as the smash and grab will. And they don't require any investment, really. You just go there and play a mission with your Haven advisor. Technic Play! Thanks for the follow up in the stream. Pretty sure we're doing Saturday for Beyond Impossible. Pretty sure. The entire schedule, if you do !Charity Week, that'll take you to the page, and the entire schedule is there, and there's a graphic of it, which Tony made. It's really cool. All of the streamers I'll be collaborating with are animated, holding guns and like combat armor. And it explains everything that we're doing. There goes Stun Gunner. I just don't think Fortify is very relevant on that level of soldier in this sort of campaign. Generic 3 Trooper Corpses, 2 Faceless. So this one was not really much like a smash and grab. We didn't actually get that much expensive loot. The Advanced Hair Trigger is nice, the Illyrian Core is obviously incredible. Faceless Corpses will sell for a bit. The Drone Wreck is actually a really big deal. Maybe we have enough at this point. I don't know. Probably each team needs like... Probably we're going to end up with 3 specialists, which means we probably want 3 soldiers with red screen rounds to support them. I don't know. I don't know exactly how this is going to end up looking. But I think we more or less have enough drones.
Our equipment is ready to begin assembly, Commander. Just give the word and we'll build the Skulljack.
Mechanized warfare. Get out of my game! Who installed this? Somebody's been on my computer installing crap DLCs. I don't like the DLCs very much. Arvius is still in the process of balancing Beyond Impossible. I think he's done a pretty good job of it. At least the early game. Should we rush that so that we can get skull mining going faster? It's tempting. We're about to run out of things for the engineers to do. Dungzinski has checked out the schedule and wants Terror from the Deep in the next charity week. We'll see. We'll see if I ever want to do anything for charity again by the end of this. Probably I will. We'll see. I certainly have not started planning the next charity week yet, and I have no desire to. Another scientist. That's 3 scientist missions that I've seen basically at once. We're only going to be getting 1 of them. It's okay though. This is probably Liberation 1 in Western Europe. It could be a UFO though. Because of that, I think we should do it. It would just be very nasty to have a UFO drop on Western Europe. And we do have a little bit of vigilance here. There must be some rookies to recruit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at all these people who have signed up to die. Thank you, everyone, for putting your characters, which you painstakingly made, spent probably hours on, developed backstories for, date of birth redacted. The ranger that could. Oh, Sir Wagglepuss. Thank you so much for sharing these characters with me so that I can look at them and then hire them as rookies and send them to die. Emma! Thanks very much for the follow stream. Terror from the Deep has flying chrysalids? What? Man. I must have missed that part of my nightmare. Do I want depth perception? I don't want scopes. Like maybe one. Let's recruit Floja. I wouldn't mind another Psi Operative, actually. Let's recruit Sir Maybe Sir Faticus will become a new Psi Operative. Sinok, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're about to have an empty Scilab slot. So these hack workstation missions, there are various amounts that you can commit to them. The easiest way to attempt to beat them is just to send a single rookie. All you have to do is hack the workstation. The soldier doesn't have to come home alive. So this is like the simplest way to do it. You can add a shinobi with Oscar Mike. Oscar Mike here. And this way the rookie is much more likely to succeed at the mission, but you do potentially risk losing the shinobi. You can replace the rookie with like an assault or specialist with the shinobi helping, and that way you sort of guarantee that you're beating the mission, but you're also losing a leveled soldier. And then the next step up is bringing an actual team and like not having your soldiers die. I'm not very into that. I mean, I love my soldiers. They're very important to me. We're just going to send a rookie here. 20 supply for a good shot at hacking workstation, getting 22 intel. Active dark events in this campaign are Shredder, Alien Conditioning, Tactical Sense, Will to Survive, and those are all the tactical upgrades right now, actually. We have Haven Infiltrators and Rapid Response on as well right now. We're sending Faceless to my Havens, which I'm not actually sure is bad for me. I mean, we probably just played that Rendezvous because of that, and I lost 0 soldiers, got nobody wounded, and got 70 supply or something. And JC, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Carry on? Oh, we're doing this. I'm trying to generate a supply mini retail in Eastern US still. Sure we'll get there someday. Alright, and that's a month. Wow. What? Wow, that's a lot of things. We stopped a retaliation. We beat 7 GOPs. We contacted a region. Installed a radio relay. Investigated 2 rumors. Reduced the avatar by 1. Liberated a region. And beat a mini retaliation. That's 10 different entries. Is it really? It looks like it's 8 to me. I think I just can't count. I just can't count. How am I that bad at counting? I'm concerned. Oh yeah, these are another 2. That makes 10. That's what's good. Yeah, that was deliberate. Busy month. Let's finish contacting Western US. Fortress is done. Servaticus. I might end up canceling that. I'm gonna have other psi operatives who are more important coming out of missions and needing training, but we'll get it started.
New regional contacts located.
Whoa, I got a continent bonus. That might be the first time that I've ever gotten a continent bonus in Long War II. No, it must have happened before. Probably like at least once. I don't remember it happening before. I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has. It must have. Seems impossible for it not to have. Don't remember it though. Don't remember it. Shane Hawkins has been recruited to New Mexico, which, curiously, is not running any recruit rebels right now, and there's a Faceless Infiltrators Dark event. Curious. 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 We might want to check her for jowls. Yogurty, flubbery jowls. Just, you know, make sure that she doesn't have any of those. An idea. Just an idea, that's all it is. Does coal under pressure work for... We don't know. Can't find out. I'm gonna train return fire as well. Character pool is rigged somehow and some soldiers are super likely to appear. It's not impossible. Book of Eon certainly shows up a lot. I don't know how the randomization works. I don't think it would like be... I mean, there's no reason that it would be deliberately rigged for Book of Eons to show up every time, right? It would just be like if the code didn't do a very good job of randomizing, maybe. This jailbreak's ready to launch. Let's go mind control something. Sounds sweet. Ethereum's 8 days out, and then I get the tier 2 PsyOps as well.